first game I played was Double Dragon in the arcade.
Oh, okay.
And it was back when we lived in San Jose.
Yeah.
And it was in the liquor store. And dude, that game was pretty badass. But I remember, the cabinet art that not many people remembered, and how it's the characters are named like Jimmy and Billy, right?
Yeah, Billy and Jimmy.
Yeah. But on the cabinet art, it was like hammer and nails. I remember that. It was like the blue guy was hammer and the red guy was nails, and like it had really cool art, like blood on their arms, stuff like that. And I don't know.
The characters themselves had hammers and nails coming out of their skin.
No, that was with their nicknames.
Oh.
On the board, because that was like the console
for the
cabinet
or
art.
the buttons in the joystick.
Yeah.
Okay.
So for me, it was always hammer and nails.
Yeah.
I never knew it was Billy and Jimmy until like Double Dragon 3 came out for the NES.
It was definitely misspelled at some point.
Bimmy.
Or Bimmy and Jimmy.
Bimmy and Jimmy.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that's my first take on arcades, and obviously that follows the NES and Super Mario Brothers. And back then, dude, that was just like, now people play it just like, oh, hey, this is a fun game, right? But back then, I was just like, dude.
It was something special.
We had the patience to wait for each of those turns just to play it, and it was each moment of that game was really, really fun.
My first arcade experience was, I used to live in San Francisco, and my dad used to take me to this arcade. It was downtown San Francisco.
Yeah.
Near Union Square, in the Embarcadero, and I remember like we would walk like a mile, 2 miles to get there. But it was awesome. I remember the first time that he took me there. I walked in. I just saw Game of Paradise essentially. I had already known about games by then. I think everyone's like, it's safe to say that everyone's like first game or first experience with gaming was the NES console. It was Super Mario Brothers, Duck Hunt.
Those were technically a staple already. That was the only game we had. So.
Yeah, no, exactly. But those were like big games for their time, and obviously they paved the way for like so many other things to come later.
So tell us about Arcade Paradise.
Yeah. But like the first time he took me to this arcade, I couldn't, I didn't know where to start. Like I saw.
You had some premature excitement.
Yeah. It was more like I didn't know that you could play games outside of your home somewhere else.
Oh man, that's crazy, dude.
Yeah, I didn't know that you could play games like with groups of other people, like X-Men Arcade. I walked in and that was the first thing that caught my eye was X-Men Arcade. I didn't know that games could look that good, and I didn't know that you could all play together like that. Like the idea of all those people playing together on the same console was just insane to me. But yeah, like games like X-Men Arcade, TMNT Arcade, WrestleMania.
WrestleFest with
the World one, right? The one that was
WrestleFest is one where
it was just everybody just thrown into a ring together.
It could be Earthquake, it could be Jake the Snake or $1 Million Man,
I remember that. I
remember Demolition, Action Crush.
Yeah.
No, that's funny because I remember I was playing it once and I remember Jake the Snake and all I did was just spam DDT and the announcer would just say DDT constantly went over.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, but that's all I remember the game. Other than that, I remember people running in. That's it.
It was just like a mash of people just jumping into the ring, being thrown out. I'm sure I was one of the first to be thrown out.
Yeah. That they know, but I was affirming it.
Yeah.
Thanks. No,
well,
let's move on.
It's definitely why I don't play a lot of multiplayer games that are competitive these days. Wow.
Yeah.
But it was awesome. I mean, it was just, it kind of expanded my the idea of what what gaming could do. I wanted it for my home console.
You know what?
Like really, really bad. I remember playing the Simpsons beat-em-up game at one point. The Konami cabinet. And I remember just thinking, I just want this for my NES so badly. And then they made a game, I believe it was called. It wasn't Bart's Nightmare, but it was like Bart versus the Space Aliens.
Yeah, I remember that one. That game was hard.
Yeah,
I remember the Nightmare one.
Yeah. Bart's Nightmare was SNES. That came out like early 90s.
And then there was Bartman.
Wait, did they make a Bartman game?
Yeah. Right? Well, did they? Or was that Bart versus the World? Or
Wait a minute. Because the only one I remember is that Nightmare.
Oh, man.
It was Bart's Nightmare. It was like super hard, and it was like a collection of mini games.
Yeah, but that's the thing though. Like I saw memorable things weren't because the only one I really cared about was the beat 'em up one.
Yeah.
Because that one just had Simpsons written all over. Everything else is like too low bid. I can't really tell what they're doing. I think what it was, probably they were too ambitious what they were doing. They just didn't make it like a solid, basic Simpsons game.
Yeah.
What
they never did to begin with. So.
What for the Konami arcade game?
No, I'm just talking about like just after that, never made a regular one on console. That's decent, Simpsons, you know.
Yeah, it was definitely always kind of like middle of the road. I mean, they had like the wrestling one. They had Simpsons Road Rage, which was just kind of like kind of a Grand Theft Auto-ish.
Yeah, I tried it.
Yeah.
They had me test that a bit. Like they wanted me to give feedback at the time. You know?
Really?
Yeah. One problem was that there's just say stuff while you're playing. I'm like, nah, I need to like take in what I'm looking at. I can't just talk and then play it at the same time. But at the very end, I'm like, it's an alright game. I mean, I didn't really tell me that because at the time I was too young to understand what the hell I was really doing. Yeah. But I just didn't.
And they never asked you again.
I just didn't even bother.
Well, nothing to the caliber of the Simpsons arcade game, that's for sure.
Yeah, I don't think nothing beats that.
I think with the Simpsons, it's such a simple cartoon, right? Yeah. You need a simple game to complement it, and that's what the beat 'em up game was.
Oh yeah, it didn't require much. Bart's Nightmare was, like I said, it was a collection of mini games. A lot of them were extremely difficult, and I remember getting game over like a lot. Yeah. I just kept wishing I want this for home console, or I want the Simpsons beat 'em up game for my home console. And I wouldn't get that for another like 15 years or so when it came on the PS3.
That's not even it though. That's just like here's an emulated version. It's not like the true port that they should have done on SNES.
I know the emulator is not the real thing, man. But I don't care what people say. Emulator ain't the real thing.
It's not. I mean, but it was the closest that I got to a home console version of.
But was it that game that you played back
yes,
then?
Yes, it was.
Not the trash that was the remake of the Turtles in Time.
No, because they didn't try to recreate anything like that. No, they kept it in its entirety. It was just the same game emulated. That was it. Speaking of that, that Turtles was it reshelled?
What did you say? Reshelved or reshelled?
Yeah.
Because they didn't reshelved it.
Yeah. The answer to that is yes. No, but I don't know why they even had to mess with that game.
Because money.
I guess, but I mean, I don't know.
Oh, the weird thing. I mean, that's what it was called, right? I just don't remember.
It was reshelled.
Yeah. I remember playing it.
That game broke my heart.
So we're talking about reshelled, right? The remake of Turtles in Time.
Turtles in Time.
The remake of the official arcade, not the SNES one. Thank God. SNES was like holy grail.
Yes.
That's a whole new monster.
So I grew up.
Oh, Matt had Project was pretty good too.
Oh yeah.
I grew up on the sister to Turtles in Time. The Hyperstone Heist for the Sega Genesis.
Yeah, that game was good though.
It was amazing. Yeah. It was amazing because it was essentially Turtles in Time with a different skin.
Yeah. Not to mention with the classic bosses too.
Yep.
Like having to fight Baxter Fly. Yeah, I'm like, wait a minute, I saw this already.
Yep.
I thought it was cool. It was hard though. That was like it was long. It's like twice the size of TMNT or
Yes, it was.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah, the Hyperswim Heist was a really fun game. It definitely definitely fulfilled my turtles beat 'em up needs. Like I didn't feel like I needed to go to the arcade to play the arcade game anymore. Even though I would like a recreation or an emulation, I should say, of the Team and T arcade game because we haven't gotten that yet. Yeah. We've only gotten a
Power the song.
Yes, that I don't care what anybody says.
That's the only good song.
That was amazing.
Wait, what? Oh, the pizza one, yeah.
Wait, because like at the time, yeah, I remember they made like it's not the album, but it was like a music video thing or the concert.
Yeah, it was the concert,
and that was one of their original songs, Pizza Power.
Oh yeah.
And that was in TMNT or Turtles in Time.
It was in Turtles in Time. It was also an opera.
Oh wait, I remember.
If anyone remembers,
I remember that. The Oprah special, right?
Yeah, Out of the Shell.
Yeah. Yeah. What's wrong with that? Why are you looking at me? Dude, that was awesome, man.
Watch it.
I did watch it.
Watch it
Oh,
today.
I did watch it today too. I watched it when I was a kid. I watched it now. I liked it. Well,
talking about Raph talking about interspecies relationships with April.
Yeah, so. They were ahead on social.
they were really progressive.
They were really progressive back then.
BC holiday.
No, it's interracial.
Oh, so
it's
interspecies.
Interspecies. Because they both talk.
So, all right. So now that we're on this. Does that mean that it's okay for Sonic 06 to get away with what it did?
What's that?
With who?
With Sonic and Princess Elise.
Oh, that whole thing?
Yeah.
That's furry though, man. Yeah. That's different.
But here's the thing, does it even exist? Like, why do we have this? Like, why is that game even? Man, I'm sorry. I think that's good.
Oh, it was something along the lines of
literally the same about my bottom line was made shitty Sonic games for a while.
Yes.
This generation came out of point.
Well, what's wrong with Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine? I like that.
But that was during the good times.
That was a good game.
Mean Bean Machine was good.
That was a good game. Sonic Spinball later.
No.
That
was a hard game. It was fun.
It was an extremely hard game.
But it felt so like.
It was American cartoon Sonic. It was Sonic Saturday AM.
Which one? CBS or
the ABC one.
Or ABC?
ABC.
Oh, okay.
Mean Bean Machine
was CBS.
CBS. Oh, that's right, huh?
Watch it.
Yeah, there was no chili dogs though.
Huh? Yeah.
Well, all of those were Jaleel White though.
What?
All of those
really?
Sonics. Even Sonic Underground.
Oh, well, you should listen to him because he's a Sonic expert.
Yeah.
Even Sonic.
Shadow expert.
All right, so I guess.
Hey, why'd you bring that up? He was getting into like his Sonic right now.
All day. Let's talk about Sonic. Let's talk about how much I hate Shadow the Hedgehog, and let's talk about the Blue Blur.
But it's kind of funny though. I mean, you can hate him all you want, but I don't feel like he's even part of the equation anymore. I haven't seen him in anything. Well, he was in Generations, I think.
He was in Generations, and so was Silver.
He's never gonna be in Mania, thank God.
He won't be in Mania, but he'll probably, unfortunately, be in Sonic Create Your Own character.
I saw that. I was like, okay, cool. They're gonna make like the next generation game, kind of. And they're like, oh no, Create Your Own Hero. I'm like, put it in the trash. All they
did was encourage.
Yeah.
All they did was encourage.
It's gonna be more. What was that? Nothing personnel.
That's all they did. Yeah. But you know what though? More power to him. I'll probably play it. But Sonic Mania, I'm definitely excited for. Let's talk about Sonic. Let's talk about how awesome he was and how awesome he will always be.
Now you just sound like a fangirl.
Well, call me what you will. Now.
Well, I mean, it depends if you're comparing him to something. If you're
don't worry. We'll talk about Doom and how he's a fangirl in that game too. So
that's a story for her. Because I went to see that movie all excited and an empty theater.
Yeah. Well, anyways, back to Sonic. Yeah.
Everyone says that they should bury the hedgehog. I think that they should keep trying until they do amazing. And I think that with Sonic Mania, they finally hit their mark. Sonic.
Well, we still got to decide that. It hasn't come out yet. Everything looks cool so far.
It looks great.
The music sounds great.
The music.
The game looks ridiculously good.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't say good. Just it just reminds me of the old game still.
Yeah, it does. It looks like an updated version of the old Sonic. It should rightfully be called Sonic 4.
The only thing I haven't really looked into it yet, but I only noticed this in the videos. Like I just saw some weird differences. I noticed when you was playing Green Hill Zone, it's actually Sonic 1, and then when you went to Flying Battery Zone, it's Sonic 3. There's different shields. I'm like, but the style, I could have sworn his style changed. Like he looked like Sonic 3.
Oh, his sprite?
Yeah.
Also,
but I gotta double check it because but if the game changes per level, that's gonna be pretty legit.
That would be neat.
Because I want some Sonic 2 shit. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, that would be neat.
But yeah, I mean, other than that,
Sonic didn't look too horribly different from Sonic 1 Sonic.
He just looked more animated, more cartoony. Because I remember he had like a what's up? Yeah, we're doing this.
Yeah.
No, the Sonic 1. Remember he kind of had like it was light blue, had a little glossy look on his forehead. But number 2,
they added more sheen to him.
Yeah, he was just that. This one he was just straight blue.
Yeah,
more animated. But Super Sonic 2 with the teal eyes, the original Super Saiyan Super Sonic.
Wait, he didn't get the teal eyes until Sonic 3.
No, that's when he got red. Well, I think it was teal too.
No.
We're gonna go in a dark room and discuss this later.
We absolutely will. I guarantee you, he did not get the teal eyes.
Because I could have sworn that shit was red.
They became red
which I don't like. But
when they became red during the later games. It was Sonic 06 when his eyes became red.
Really?
Yes.
Now, why were they red?
No. Wasn't it one of the battle games or adventure games?
It was not one of the. It was not Adventure 1. I can't remember specifically if it was 2. I'm almost positive that it wasn't even 2.
I mean, you should know 2 though because your favorite boy there is Shadow.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Super Shadow.
Yeah, I love the edge. I love the edginess.
But I mean,
because Sonic needed another rival next to Knuckles and Metal Sonic.
What the fuck happened to Knuckles?
He got pushed to the side for Shadow. Shadow is supposedly the equal.
I mean, I don't know, hold on. But you already know. But have you seen the Sonic, the latest one where they redid everybody? How they kind of retroactive.
Oh wait, they redid their costumes and their designs, right?
Yeah, so like Knuckles was literally
Rastafarian?
No, he looked like Raphael. He didn't. Like, he looks like he would be Raphael in Team Intent.
Oh yeah, that's like
big.
stuff like that.
What was that? That's Sonic.
Whatever that stupid.
Yeah.
Mummified Sonic one.
Yeah, it's the
Scarf.
God, what was that damn game?
But that was supposed to be like, this is it, guys. This is a new Sonic.
Sega
missed on that one.
Sega of Japan did not claim that to be there. Like they were working on their own Sonic game, which later on came to be like Sonic Mania. This was not like one of the developers of Uncharted. I don't think it was Naughty Dog, but I think it was like someone from the Uncharted developers worked on Sonic. God, what is that damn Sonic game's name?
That's how bad it was.
God, it's driving me nuts now. Sonic Unchained, Unleashed. Not Unleashed. No, not Unleashed.
That's a werewolf one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not Sonic Heroes. It was but anyways, yeah.
But it was a gimmick regardless.
Yeah, it was
It's
absolutely
like the whole
gimmick.
book.
Yeah, they all. Yeah.
But that's what's funny though, because we were growing up with like Sonic 1 and Sonic 2, you had Tails and whatnot, Sonic, then you had Sonic 3, like, who's this guy?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, Knuckles was like, shit, either way, kind of his name that great the game, in my opinion.
The promotion?
He can't jump for shit. But the thing is, seeing him, and he's like, well, this guy's like a motherfucking badass, cool, fed type guy.
Yep.
And then like, later on, the Sonic Adventure, it was kind of cool, and then Adventure 2, it was kind of like, it was alright, but then once he threw in Shadow, it was like, now this guy's just a guy that
It took away from everything, like from the everything that made those characters special. You know, like it took away what made like Metal Sonic so special. I mean, I know Metal Sonic only like really showed up in Sonic.
But that was like a true antagonist though. Like, he was like, that was Robotnik's.
It was his finest creation. He rivaled Sonic in every way, shape, and form. But then they had to have some motherfucker with hover boots and guns and a motorcycle.
He's pretty much Sonic's version of Zero Fighter.
Yes, he is.
That's what it feels like to me.
But
He's like,
far less cool.
yeah, Zero is actually good.
Well, then who would Blues be then? Who would Proto Man be?
That's a
Would that be Knuckles? That would.
I would feel that. Yeah, but in a way, like, but then again, like when you see Mega Man, like they're real two rivals. Yeah, there's Dr. Lights and you have Dr. Wile's robot, right?
Yeah.
And then you got like Bass, that gets Basket for bases.
Yeah.
Call it Bass. I'm not even fishing. Base was pretty much like that Shadow, and then he got tossed aside for Zero at the end of that one game. They definitely showed him that.
It was the arcade.
Yeah, Power Run. So they showed you here's Zero coming.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I want to say he could probably be the closest to it. I mean, I can't say Tails because Tails is pretty much a partner. He can be rolled, if anything.
Yeah, Tails would be rolled. No, Tails would absolutely be rolled in this particular case. Yeah. No, I like that comparison. I don't know. I thought Zero was cool.
Yeah, it was cool. But I mean, either we're going off a tangent to some better game now.
Yeah.
But what's funny about that is that I didn't even like him at all once they made the game for himself. Like once they made Mega Man Zero.
Yeah.
I mean, either way, that was the idea since Mega Man X1. That was supposed to be Zero's game, but it wasn't relatable, so they had to go the Blue Bomber game.
They had to put X back in.
But no, he was. I didn't think it was cool until I actually played those games, and I realized, like, well, this character's cool. And then I realized what the story was, and then I was like, oh shit, this game just got real.
Yeah.
But the story for that game, wow.
It was layered. Yeah. No.
Especially when you think about it, how it goes. Everything that happened in X goes back to what happened in Mega Man 8. And you're like that.
Yes.
That's where the fucking signal virus came from.
Yep.
Fucking Mega Man, whatever that dark matter bullshit, whatever dark matter.
The force that Duo was fighting. Yeah.
Retarded ass robot. But that shit was.
I like Duo.
Cheap big ass power fights. He had Mega Man do all the work. He had Mega Man do all the work. Anyways, and he's looking some cosmic like bounty hunter type guy, right? Anyways,
I liked his design.
You keep liking it.
No.
But like for instance, like that's what's cool about the story about Mega Man Zero is the fact that you find out like this whole time the mock Mega Man's out, the fake X is out, and he's controlling everybody, and then you actually find him, and then you realize like Zero finds like the spark or whatever in life of Mega Man, right? Yeah. He's like, hey, I've been gone for this whole time. You know, I've been fighting battles while you were asleep. Well, I've been doing. He's pretty much been fighting since his inception. So think about Mega Man X and anything between 8 and or X9.
Yeah, it's 9.
I don't really count those two, but
9 and 10
or 7 and 8, I think. Well, X. Remember the 3D ones? Remember it goes 6 PS1, then PS2 ones were 7 and 8.
7, yeah, with Axel.
Yeah,
the dual.
Funny thing about that operator in that game, she literally sounds like saying asshole the whole time. Hey, asshole!
She probably wasn't asshole.
Yeah. But anyways, going back to that, but the thing was like, whatever happened between 6 and 0, X got fucked up. He was doing all that work, and I thought that was fucking crazy. So the whole time he's been holding down the fort until Zero came back. That's when Zero was like, oh, I'm gonna take your mantle. You go ahead and rest. Whatever. You go heaven, robot heaven. I don't know what the fuck he's doing.
Yeah.
But anyways, I thought that was cool. Now fucking Zero has this mantle that he fucking has to save the world first, because X did it all for him.
X was a pacifist, though. Didn't he become a pacifist?
Yeah, but that's only like in 5 or 6.
Yeah.
But later on, like they just threw it out the window.
Yeah.
And he still likes to be a passive. He still has a passive act. But the thing is, though, he had it the whole duration between where he was asleep on the line. He was fighting off. He was pretty much doing that kind of shit
all by himself. Yeah, absolutely.
And now that's why you take it back down. And it's fucking destroyed world, New York City or whatever it's called.
You see, in that's like taking an edgy character and then adding substance to it.
Yeah.
And that's why I enjoy those games so much. And you know, like
that's funny too, because it's like it's a whole new body, it's a whole new design. It's still his soul, but it's like they made him less edgier too. Like, he still had that. Oh, I'm too cool for everything. Kind of, no talking, scarf over shit. But like, you know what? He was pretty legit. So
they gave him a reason to fight.
Yeah,
and that is what he was fighting for.
That guy's fucking awesome.
He was. No,
it is. I mean, and it makes you wonder too, like what would have happened? How would the landscape be about SNES and the Mega Man's franchise if Zero or was actually the main character, so like how initially playing.
Oh, in place of Rock?
Yeah.
For the Mega Man 1 games?
No, Mega Man X. No, not talking about when the first X, the film Zero.
Yeah.
From there on, I wonder how the game would have been without X.
Well, to be completely honest, I think that they needed X to make Zero feel that much more special when you could actually play as him like later on.
Yeah.
They
were holding it back till 3.
Absolutely,
That's true.
And I feel like they needed to build that anticipation because I'm sure people that played X1, X2, and you're like, I have to play as Zero. How do I play as Zero? How do I play as that guy with the sword? You know, like.
You know what's funny about it? It's like, how do you play? And what's even funny about it, in number 2, you had to find his body parts, pretending like you might get to see him and play him. No, you just get his body parts. So the ending, he just has like that his normal body instead of he's like the dark one.
Yeah.
I'm like, really? But
it's
you gotta wait later.
It's kind of like with Sonic. It's kind of like with Sonic and Knuckles. You know, it's like you play Sonic 3. Like, who's this red guy? You know, like he looks awesome. Why am I chasing him through all these stages? I kind of want to play as him. They have a sprite for him. Why can't I play as him? And then, lo and behold, Sonic and Knuckles came out.
He was cool. We should have given it to him. I mean, he's cool in his own right, but I just don't. In that game, for instance, I was like, all right, cool. So I used to, at Sonic, I could run through the stage. Now as Knuckles, I got to slow down or break down walls or climb
walls. Which, you know what, was awesome to me at the time. What else could you have possibly given him?
Well, I mean, he did have any lives.
Well, but that's
about it. But I mean,
that's literally all he had.
But it's just weird though because it changed the dynamic of the whole game. Because the Sonic, you're rushing through the whole thing, playing the game. But this way, you're kind of stopping,
climbing your walls,
punching things.
You know, like I think that's good game design. That adds screenplay value. It allows you to take your time and kind of like in Sonic games, you don't always have to go fast. You know, like it's sometimes you do want to kind of like climb and jump and find hidden platforms and things like that. You know, like a
10-minute limit though. That's kind of scary.
Oh, 10-minute limit. Yeah, I know.
Because that's your limitation. That would have made Knuckles way better at playing because I mean, you can really explore the map do you want without dying after 10 minutes.
Well, and then also like they didn't really have that many secret locations in those games, anyways. I mean, I think.
Well, not necessarily secret, but they did have like the sections ported off.
Yeah.
Obvious Knuckles sections. You'd be like, well, I can't go over here until you got the card. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that game was, speaking of that game, like that was probably like some of my favorite game period. Probably the best Sonic game still since day. Like
Sonic and Knuckles was an amazing game. My favorite Sonic game of all time would be Sonic and Knuckles connected to Sonic 3.
Yeah,
because
the whole package.
Those games combined, that is my favorite Sonic game.
Because not to mention, you're taking like 2 games, but you can tell that you can tell from the first one that they did an alright job. You can tell the music, for some reason the music was great, the quality. It wasn't as cheerful. It was more abrasive than it was from 2 and 1.
Yes.
But then once you notice, like they went to the next part, like once you got to much goes on, like whoa, the music changed.
It got really serious.
Yeah, it got a little better. Plus, like you can feel like for a game that doesn't tell you what's going on, there's a cool story going on in the background.
Yeah.
What's this?
Absolutely.
Oh. Someone distracted me. No, I'm just kidding. No, but that's just funny because like I remember playing the first games or the first Sonic 3. I'm like, go to the whole stage. You kind of just went to the Angel Island zone, and you kind of feel like the whole game kind of took place there, kind of.
Yeah.
Like, because it just shoots you off to the next section of the whole like the island. I don't know. But anyways, once you get to the next one, it's just crazy. Once Mushroom was started, you can see like okay, the Death Egg already came down the first time.
Yeah.
Go the whole thing, the body's still doing shit, you gotta go stop this transmitter, go to the next section, do stop this stuff, stop that. Well, that was the first one. You got the second one, like you have to still do all the stuff. Then at the very end, I guess it's, it wasn't Lava Beach, so what was it that? It might have been that one, but when you go inside, you can see Death Egg.
That sunken down.
Yeah, it's just chilling there. And like goes to the whole thing, like, oh, what the fuck? Like, what's that there for? Go to the next stage, you go to the Sky Sanctuary, and you see it rising from the ground.
Yes.
And Knuckles like, hey, look at that.
Absolutely.
And like, no, but it just gave that, what the fuck, this shit just got crazy, like, epic. I was like,
Yes.
because you know what's kind of going on. You don't really tell you, but like, oh shit, Ronnie's coming back. And
Yeah.
you race to the top to get on there.
And they did it all without a single word of text
Yeah.
or dialogue.
You know, when you mentioned Knuckles, right?
Yeah.
And we were talking about how he's not really prevalent in all the Sonic games after 3. Could it be because he's the product of the 90s? I mean,
Yeah,
he has the dreadlocks. He has the Wolverine things where he can climb up the walls.
Yeah,
I mean-
and he had Toad.
And he had attitude,
He
right?
had Toad that rivaled Sonic's himself.
Yeah.
And
He was like the DJ of fucking. Of Sonic.
yeah, he was though. He absolutely was. He was
No, it's funny too because I remember it wasn't I could get this wrong, but I remember they changed his music up because I remember he used to sound like Safari, or he didn't even sound like Safari.
Well, in the 90s, it was all about cool runnings, you know.
Well, like I think in the second one when you see him again in the game, when you have the new part, his new song is actually Rastafarian sound. Like,
it did have a Rasta sound for sure.
So I wonder if that's like something they wanted to add later. Like, hey, let's just make it have more flair.
For all I know, it might have been the same designer that did DJ him. Hey, I got a good idea. Let's put dreadlocks on this guy.
Yeah.
But it's funny too because like, they're dreadlocks now, but I think back then you didn't even know yet because he was a kid and you know, they're just quill.
Yeah.
But in the 3D games, you're like, this is straight up dreadlocks.
Yes. Yes.
Wait, what was it, a chinchilla or what?
He was in Echidna.
Echidna.
Then they went stupid with all that. Let's just try to make a thing of a character of any type of animal.
Yeah.
And it just got dumb.
Yeah, they should have stuck to
They started
rodents.
throwing in bats, more hedgehogs, bunnies, cats, frogs, whatever. Now,
You know what's funny though? Speaking of that, this is the weirdest tangent. This is the weirdest time. Like, once the Wii came out, or I think GameCube. So I mean, Nintendo was still doing things. Sega already kind of diminished. Dreamcast was done. All they had was their gaming license or the actual publisher.
Yeah.
So they had Sonic. What really bummed me out is that there wasn't really anything good. No real true good crossover with Mario and Sonic. And all they did, I mean, I don't even want to call Smash Brothers because Smash Brothers is just well, first of all, I don't even think the way they made him play in the game doesn't really feel how it would be in the game.
No.
But besides
Of course not, because it's like a Nintendo game.
but
Yeah.
it would have been cool to see. I wish they went out of the way to make like almost like kind of like Generations. Imagine something like that with Mario and Sonic.
Thank
where
you.
You're going back in the 90s and you're saving like a history for like a museum or some shit. You know?
Preaching to the choir, my friend.
Like that would have been cool. Like you play as Mario on the stage or play as Sonic. You go hella fast or play Mario, jump everywhere.
I
do all
would
that shit.
have loved nothing more than to have a generation-style Mario and Sonic crossover where you had the speed of Sonic's games, rushing through the stages, feeling like you're rushing through all these stages and everything.
Imagine, remember how Generations is pretty much Sonic, it's adventure and the 2D games, right? Imagine if it was Mario 64 and the 2D games of Sonic in one game.
That
would have been the shit.
That would be amazing. That would be amazing. Just like find a way to combine the two and everything.
Instead of getting red points, get red rings.
Yes. No. That would be awesome. Instead, they had to go for their first crossover, being an Olympics game.
Olympics?
Yeah.
And
I mean, that's like so cheesy. Who's going to want to race Sonic at the 100-yard dash? Come on, dude. It's like fucking.
Sonic has an unfair advantage, which he should.
No, but seriously, I mean, come on, dude. It's like having an Italian racing against Usain Bolt.
Yeah.
Just can't do it. It won't happen.
Yeah, it's true. No, it's
I feel like they wasted the opportunity on the Olympics game.
I want to say they wasted the opportunities on those games, but I feel when it's wishing really hard, but seeing how it's going to be 2020, is it 2020 Olympics Japan?
Yeah.
They already showed Mario.
Yes.
Oh, yeah?
And that game's got to be good.
Yeah.
If that game is shit, like that game is shit.
Forget about it, Mario.
Mario Odyssey?
Huh?
Mario Odyssey?
No. Man, I'll talk about that in a second. No, I'm talking about like the Olympic games, because they're obviously going to make another one. If they make another one, what's that?
Yeah, we'll do it as soon as we're done.
We're going to do it right now, it's fine. But anyways, thing is though, is that hopefully in this case they may actually make a good game. It has to be a good game.
Yeah, they only got 3 years.
Yeah.
I certainly hope so. I hope they don't just write off the popularity of the characters. I think
Speaking of that too, I kind of hope that the opening ceremony is really good. I mean, if they threw Mario in there has to be something crazy going on.
Yeah.
Well, I hope it's
Sega shit and all this.
But what they're going to end up doing? They're just going to get the original one and update it with Olympic 2020 graphics and put it on their freaking Switch. There you go. And that's a smart marketing move.
Well,
more money for me and less.
But man, I don't know. The whole combination is like ass.
Yeah. No, it is. Like I said, to me, it kind of felt like a wasted opportunity. Like people waited so long to get these two together. I don't know. I always told my friend that the first crossover with Mario and Sonic will always be Smash Bros. Brawl to me, even though it probably shouldn't have been in a fighting game.
I want to agree with you, but at the same time, it's so hard to say that's a good thing to do that because he still felt so shoehorned. I mean, it was cool. His opening, his reveal,
the reveal was, I think, what did it.
Like that, maybe like slap down when you beat.
Yeah.
But the thing is, though, that reveal was cool and all. But then once in the game, he revealed himself there. It's just, here he's flying through the air, he's breaking out fucking Tron's fucking wings, and then you break Tron's wings.
That whole Sonic thing was so uneventful. It was like Bret Hart in WCW.
Yeah.
So underpowered.
Yeah. So he just came in and then let me use him, and then it just sucks.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That was definitely a slap in the face. I mean, he got better later.
He was like DDP in WWE.
He did get better later.
Okay, he did, but he's still a cancer character. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's like, but at the same time, it's like, why would Nintendo buff up a character like that in their own home court?
Yeah.
It's just.
True, but look how long it took them to make Mario good. In the first one, he wasn't that great. He wasn't that great. He's good, but he's not the best.
I thought he was good in the first Smash Bros.
But look at the top selected characters. In Smash and Brawl, I didn't take no. I stopped caring about that because the first time I played it, the game just felt like crap. I beat the emissary thing like 2 days real quick.
Oh, the subspace emissary.
I think we bought it with you that one day.
Yes.
We cut in line to get in front of everybody. That was good. But anyways,
those were fun times.
Regardless of that,
I don't know.
He only got good in Smash Bros. Wii U, and you can see that in the tournament. You can see how present Mario actually is.
Yeah, well then, but see, it's like this. It's like, how long did it take LeBron James to win a championship for Cleveland?
True.
Forever. And he's only overpowered when he plays in Cleveland.
But that took like growth, not just a person typing shit down.
Well, who says that LeBron doesn't do that either?
Check your boys in his face.
No, I doubt it. I mean, him and growth hormones. Who knows? Maybe he sends emails to Adam Solar.
But yeah, I mean, it's kind of sad that you haven't seen like a true crossover that's kind of neat. I mean, even the kids of like.
It's never going to happen.
But imagine back in the N64 days, Mario Tennis came out the first time.
Yeah.
Oh man, Sonic was something like Sonic wasn't that. I mean, Sonic wasn't really like the whole EGM and April Fool's thing.
Oh yeah,
dicked me over.
Yeah.
When I actually did that shit for 20 kills on Elimination.
The Sonic and Tails troll. Yeah. That
was
was.
funny too. I looked at it. I looked at it. I schooled some kid watching Megan stuff. I looked at it.
Yeah.
It's like I can see the foot clicking outside the platform. Like that's fake. I know it's fake, but I want to believe.
We want to believe.
We want to believe.
But I was like, but that's how. Yeah. But anyways, that would have been cool.
I just want more Sonic characters in the Smash Brothers.
No, I just want Knuckles, Tails. That's it. Nice. Never Robotnik, nothing else. Obviously, Shadow for me with the parents. With the gun and the bike. He's gonna be
he was an assist trophy. He was an assist trophy, and that's all we needed. We didn't even need that.
Truthfully, I think something like that will happen, and the real crossover will happen when Nintendo stops making consoles. And the way that things are looking there, it looks like they're going to be making no consoles in the near future.
Do you think so?
I think so. I mean, it's a household name, right? But so is garbage, and it stinks when it gets old too.
Well, the Switch is doing pretty good right now.
Okay, well, all right. Call me ignorant then,
Well, I mean,
I'm ignorant. I'm ignorant.
The Switch is it's one step. It's like one step closer to being to like a personal system for yourself.
It is. Yeah.
Like it's almost step closer to being like a personal VR.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, you're saying but think of it. It's not really going to be simulated into your body or into your face. I mean, it's gonna be one of those things.
I'm shaking my head right now, but like years down the road, that just might be the case. Yeah.
Imagine getting your shit chopped off in a game. Like, fuck, that hurts. Let me turn it off real quick.
Well, I mean, like, what if it was something just as simple as like a pain simulator? Like, maybe not going so far as like.
I think they have that. I mean, didn't they do that for a while? The Pain Olympics. It was an actual game. Like you actually had PS1 or some shit. Oh, it wasn't bad. It might have been something else.
I've heard of the Pain Olympics, but what you're talking about is something completely different.
It might be something different because I remember back in the day was a game where they were playing on PS1, but it was connected to like your bodies also. So when you fucked up, they got hurt. But that's how I gotta look at it again. Right? It was back in like early 2000s, mid 2000s.
That sounds like some Dreamcast stunt shit. Like Sega's pulled some pretty crazy stuff in the past. But I've never heard of Sony like
as crazy as a Virtual Boy.
Oh, you mean burn your eyes out, burn your retinas out?
Hey, that shit was cool. Only at the store when you tried it out.
Yeah.
But that's
you only try it out for 5 minutes, you get tired of it.
And it was funny too because all those playing was that Mario game. Like,
yeah.
What the fuck? I'm just playing side scroll and get on my face.
Yep.
I remember like the little ticket pouch at Toys R Us would be fucking jam packed, dude. Because nobody would buy that, dude.
Yeah.
But think about it, they were ahead of their time in a way. The Power Gloves ahead of the time, the Power Glove turned into the Wii. No one knows that. No one really thinks about that. The Power Glove is the Wii.
Power
Glove. Well, think about it. You had to put the receptors on the TV around it.
No, you had the bar receptor.
Yeah.
It was slightly motion, and it wasn't full motion. But now they have gravity on it. So
but before you give
agree with you.
Before you give Nintendo credit, you have to understand that I believe it was Mattel that created that.
Oh.
And it wasn't Nintendo, they just licensed it. It's like, oh, hey, that's a cool toy.
I can see that. But then again, maybe that's probably what they probably took the technology and ran with it later on.
But regardless, that thing is still way ahead of its time. Because I think
definitely.
Now doctors are using it, obviously a higher technology, a higher sophisticated one with a lot of sensors for surgery and stuff like that. So
that's cool. So I was like, with Virtual Boys, like, it might be something like that. And you never know, they might do it again. I mean, to be honest, though, I don't see why not. I mean, you got things that can cast to other like TV. Like for instance, like my laptop could literally cast to a TV, phone cast to TV. Why not have a switch that casts to your face? I mean, it's only
like those guys from Flash Gordon.
Yeah.
So VR for your Switch.
Yeah, I mean, they already have the Morpheus HTC Vive with the Oculus, which at the time was just so terrible.
What about a Switch from my VR?
Switch forward? That's what we're saying though. I don't think they really get down to it. You know what? They're probably going to make a really crazy game for a new way to play because I think they would. The controls going to suck for that.
Yeah, no, they would have to.
They need true motion control.
They would have to have. Well, they do have the technology, obviously, to do like the.
But I don't think they want to go back to it. They don't want. They already went through it twice.
Yeah.
They don't want to go back. And I mean, and still, and Microsoft played it on PS4. Sony still babysit with their funny motion shit.
Yeah.
I mean, Kinect went only so far. Now the Kinect's being used more for.
Central.
No, it's being used more for paranormal like investigations in the games.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's like X-Files or what?
No, like so what they try to do is like
Fringe?
So it emits an IR beams, but like a net of beams, a
Yeah.
bunch of dots. So it picks up, it'll pick up motion, so they can pick up humanoid figures. That's what that picks up ghosts. That's what they use it in paranormal.
So it goes to like.
Is that in that movie?
In the movie, they use it in the movie, but they actually do use it in. They really do use it.
So it goes to the walls and
It
everything?
doesn't go to the wall. Well, let's say for instance, like we could cast it down this way. Then if you look to the IR camera, you see a bunch of like green dots. And what it's doing is it's capturing. It's almost like echolocation. It's capturing what's in the way. So whatever the IR is close to the camera, it starts building a 3D image or whatever to know what you are. So it tries to find ghosts with its own type of pro. It's not using like the Kinect and Xbox and stuff. It's actually using their own like proprietary software for it.
I would rather just use a vacuum cleaner.
Well, I mean,
yes.
that or
Yes.
what's that? What are those Mexican cables?
Oh, I thought you were gonna say proton pack.
Proton, no, that shoots
That
you.
ain't real.
You need you need the reader, dude.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, which is not real either.
But yeah, I was on the same boat as Merlin when he said, "Oh, they're gonna stop making consoles." But
They're going to stop making consoles.
well, you know what's gonna happen? To be honest, in my opinion, is that consoles are gonna become obsolete, but they're gonna become
Your phone.
No, they're gonna become an upgraded. Well, it could turn into that. So all it needs to be is a streaming device.
Yeah.
I mean, the streaming box that Udia does that too.
Oh yeah.
So, because it's just a box, all this is a strong computer that just pulls data. PS4 is technically that already. They're trying to go more digital now.
Yeah.
And you know what? On the cynical, marketable scale, that's a good idea. Because they don't have to spend money on essentially a computer every 4 years. They can, because seriously, they're software companies.
Yeah.
Nintendo's a software company.
Yeah.
They're not. They build that contraction just to play their games.
But also too, like if they really wanted to maximize everything, they can actually make proprietary parts for their system. They can actually make a modular system. Imagine having something where I need more space, just slap a Nintendo hard drive into it.
Yes.
Or you slap this in, or maybe make some more knickknacks, maybe get some more accessories. If people will like that shit.
So a central hub for all of your.
Oh yeah, I mean, but not for all of it. You'll still be like, oh, I'm gonna use this to get Nintendo games from the cloud.
Sure.
But you'll be playing those games on screen the whole time.
That's a good idea. So you don't have to be like that one guy that has like the 30 consoles on his wall and like.
Well, what about the guy in the woods?
Yeah.
What about the gamer that doesn't have that great connection? I mean, essentially, Wi-Fi would have to be.
Well, hey, you know what? Number one, don't live in the woods. Number two, get better connection.
You know what's funny is I was gonna say the exact same thing because that's what they think. That's how they think. If they're gonna make this like, think about it, dude. Remember when they did Xbox? You had to have 24/7 online connectivity.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And see, they dare to assume that they don't give a fuck about you. So you gotta know you're worried about that.
And if you're living on the woods, you're living off the grid. And if you're living off the grid, your video games are not on your mind.
Yeah. Or be a man and just get like a Super Nintendo game, old school game. That don't need to have online connectivity. You just plug it in and play the game.
Yeah.
Save on there.
Or old school Game Boy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Game Gear.
Or
Game
just
Gear.
get a fucking box.
What do you have to do? Play it for 20 minutes?
Yeah.
And then it'll burn out on you?
I still want a Nomad though.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh, No Man was pretty good.
But Nomad's a revolution. That's just a Sega Genesis in your hand.
It was.
Yeah.
Like, who the fuck, man? But, I don't know. Like I said, I think that's what console's going to be too. I mean, we already do have PC now. We already have, let's say, for instance, Steam. Yeah. All digital. I already forego all my games. I don't really care about getting a physical copy. That's how there's no need for it.
Yeah.
Let's say, for instance, like the good old games, like online, you can get all the old PC games.
Oh yeah, Good Old Games is good. Yeah.
Yeah, the PS4 store, the online store.
Yeah.
I mean, when I worked there, it was a shambles. Like it's good, but it's like really shoddy.
Yeah.
But they're good philosophies. Like they want everyone, they want all their products bought there, not at GameStop.
Ah, yeah.
They want you to download, have everything ready. Day one, midnight, play the game instead of going downstairs or going down the street. Where you can just play the game now.
I commend them because GameStop's the devil, and
It's a necessary evil for me.
What?
I mean,
Seriously, because you work there?
No, not at all. No, it's because it's where I can get my games.
Yeah, but you get your games.
Amazon,
Yeah,
which is a lot better now.
Yeah, you live down the street from TRU.
And you're very right. You're very right. That's what I guess it's one of those things that I kind of like have been failing to realize is that yes, I can pre-order all of my games on Amazon without having to without having to worry about throwing down like protection plans and everything like that, listening to their sales pitches and everything like that.
What Madden Products here?
But
it's pretty good. No footage, but it's pretty good.
I'm telling you.
That's all of them right there.
Yeah.
Somebody trying to sell me fucking. I looked at it again like when I went to get was it Dragon War 8.
Yeah.
I turned on the game for it. I'm gonna play it. It's a real good Call of Duty. You want to get this? No, man.
I just want my game that
People
I
can't
buy.
get it. That's why I stopped going there, because I just thought that I hated the interaction.
And see, here's my kind of complaint about them too is that, like usually when you're a salesperson, you kind of look at, the buyer's interest, and like there have been several instances in which I've gone to GameStop, pre-ordered a game, and only to find out later that there was like some sort of special edition that was available for it. I didn't know about it. I didn't bother to like look it up and everything like that. And if they're preaching all of these, pre-order this, pre-order that. Why don't you offer me the upgraded version of whatever game that I have? It was one game specifically, Bravely Default, for the 3DS. I remember pre-ordering that game, not knowing that there was a special edition. And I went in, I saw this really awesome large box. I love collecting boxes. I love all the extra stuff that comes with it. And I talked to the GameStop guy. I talked to the employee and everything. And I says, hey, can I get one of those? He goes, and I says, hey, could I go ahead and get one of those copies? And he says, we're all sold out. You should have pre-ordered it. And my rebuttal to that was, I was never offered an upgrade. So it's just one of those things where I don't know. I don't want to hate GameStop, but they really, really make it hard to like them sometimes.
That's what's funny.
If you're GameStop and you're listening, take note.
Yeah, and sometimes
just don't exist anymore.
Overall, it's just been not the greatest experiences and everything like that. But
it's funny because before that, EB got taken over by them.
Yeah.
And then before that, EB took over.
Weren't they Funko Land?
Funko.
Huh?
Yeah, wasn't it Funko Land?
Oh my bad, Funko Land.
Yeah.
Thank you, son.
I think what really happened, I think they just were, Software Accelerate, EB was, and Funko Land.
Yeah.
I think GameStop just came in and just took him all the brick and mortar stores over.
Probably.
As opposed to just buying franchises.
Yeah.
But who knows? I don't have a computer here to verify
Look at the
that.
internet, like real people.
Yeah. I don't have Wikipedia here.
But the thing is, you had all those other games, all the other experience I had on Software Accelerate, EB back in the day, back in the day, PC was 3/4 of the fucking wall.
Yeah.
So.
What's wrong with that?
No, that was a good thing. That was the shit back then. Fuck now. Go to Fry's down the street. The PC section is literally the size of the table. It's sad.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways,
You got 5 minutes.
You go to software, all the people there, they know about games. Because they're going to GameStop, these people might know about games, but at the same time, they don't talk to you about games. They're still trying to sell you something. If they if I was there, I wouldn't probably sell that. I'd probably be trying to sell something else. I'm still trying to sell something that's fucking good.
Well, and that's my whole thing. Like when I worked at Toys R Us, and when I worked at Toys R Us in the R Zone, and the short time that I did work at GameStop,
Wait. You just told me you didn't work at GameStop.
Yeah. I just said you worked at GameStop, didn't you? And you said, nah.
And now you're like,
no, I did work at GameStop. I apologize to anyone that I may have misled.
Thanks for that information. You should have told me.
But I did work at
I knew it, man. Just the way he was talking about it.
Stop it. You might get embarrassed.
Just the way, and there was something fishy, but.
You've been buying from GameStop. and no one else. No,
but anyways, you were saying though. Yeah,
for the short time that I worked at GameStop during the Christmas season, all I did was offered what I thought were good games. I didn't go with the thanks with the trendy stuff. I'll tell you what I know it. What was it? Oh god, what game was it that was just really horrible that they kept having me push? I forgot, but it was some Toon Racer game. It was some Toon Racer game.
Barbie Racer?
Nah, I was on time. But
you probably just don't want to tell us you weren't very something.
Probably not.
Oh well. But anyways, yeah.
No, it was like one of the coolest sales pitches I ever made was for a GameCube.
What?
There was a family that walked in. This was actually when I worked at Twitch.
Was this after their game? Was this when the Wii was out already or no?
No. We wasn't out yet. It was just the GameCube. The GameCube and Smash Brothers Melee were already out and everything. And a family, the family's like looking for like a really good game that they can all play together. So Smash Brothers. Smash Brothers is your best bet right there. You know, like I think.
You didn't even recommend Double Dash? What kind of monster are you?
Well, I'm not sure if.
Was Double Dash even out at that time?
I want to say it is.
Yeah. What kind of ignorant monster are you?
I'd have to. If it was, I probably did throw it in there too. But at the time, I was all about Melee, and so I just, I told him, I was like, hey, go for this game, and like everything felt like very organic, everything like I didn't feel like I was a robot trying to push a product. It was, like I was trying to push the product, but it was something I was very passionate about. I feel like with all these GameStop guys, it's like, oh man, did you hear about No Man's Land? Oh, this is good. This is destined to be my favorite game ever, and everything like that. It's like I'm good. I'll just take my Dragon Quest or whatever. I'll take my my JRPG, whatever JRPG I preferred at the time. But yeah, I don't know. It's hard to walk into GameStop and not feel like, not feel like the
pressure to buy something.
The pressure to pre-order something, everything like that. And some employees are cool about it. I get that they have to make their numbers and everything like that, but I've actually seen some employees like get genuinely upset for not pre-ordering a game off. Like genuinely upset. I've seen some of their employees.
I think that's that might be like the cute. Or okay, well maybe.
I'm pretty sure because like the manager came in. What the fuck, guys? You get some better numbers here. You don't get something today, you're fucking out.
Well, I've seen that too.
And that's what I'm like. That's
and it's usually a guy with a neck beard or pimply face.
Well, that's the thing that like I heard a lot of horror stories like that's the manager, all the managers and everyone, like all the GMs and everything were like, hey, you gotta make that pre-order shit.
Yep.
Damn.
Yeah,
that just doesn't make GameStop fun to shop at.
No, what's funny too is like they even force you to try to. They kind of force pre-orders before the product even is available for pre-order. Like they have, how it's just always labeled like December 31st.
Yeah, 31st. Yeah.
Yeah. So like they kind of just take your money. And what if the game like never comes out? What if it's like Vaporware?
Yeah.
I mean, hilarious as fuck.
Yeah.
But I mean,
they're trying
to keep your money, dude.
They're feed off of your hype.
Like.
That's some shit, man. Yeah. It's funny though. Like I remember.
We're coming down to an hour. Right. I don't know how much further you want to go.
I got one thing to say though. Because I remember, whenever you're trying to sell something, so at Fry's, I remember like, it was back when we were looking at, I was looking at DS games, I think I just bought a DS a long time ago. Some Indian guy was there with his kid, and he's all looking at the games and whatnot, and I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. This one guy goes like, hey man, so like, what are you looking at? And it's like, oh, I'm just trying to see what game I want for my kid, blah, blah. And the guy goes, hey, you know what we could do? Go on Amazon and get this thing called what's that thing, R4 or whatever?
Yes.
And he's all
good old R4.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, go online, go get it from there. All you need to do is get that, and then you go to his website, you download all the games, you can get all this whole shelf for free. And the guy's, oh, really? Yeah, here's a website, we write it down for you and everything. And the guy's, oh, thanks, I'll go do that instead. And the guy just fucking walked.
Was that employee there the next day?
That wasn't an employee, that was just a dude.
Oh, it's a regular guy.
Yeah, he just walked up and just took it.
He must have been an ex-employee. He'd be like, fuck.
Probably,
yeah.
Shit. But I didn't know it's funny, like the guy just straight up sold them on, well, I mean, that's a good fucking deal if you just do it yourself.
Yeah, or the guy was just like, oh, this guy's creepy, I better get out of here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes, the R4, that was
cool games. I mean, I don't think they do it now anymore. I heard they're cracking down on that shit.
Yeah.
They're banning DSs, I don't know how they do that.
Yeah.
I guess off the network, typically.
Well, and the problem with the R4 was like, obviously they were all emulated games. I emulated, or someone I may have known had an R4 emulated Chrono Cross. Or no, it was Chrono Cross.
DS. You got a PS2 game?
Sorry, Chrono Trigger.
There we go.
I was mixing this.
So better than
Yeah.
Who was this person that did it for you for research purposes?
First and last name?
Yeah, first and last name.
Maybe the zip
Address.
No, he's.
Is it in this state?
He's probably long.
You have a photo of him?
But no, there was an emulation for Chrono Cross, and
Trigger.
Trigger, goddamn it, all the time,
Yeah.
Chrono Trigger. And you play the game for about 2 hours and it just freezes up on you. I mean, I guess that was one of the risks that we had with the R4 was that sometimes it wasn't
I would
always
return
a good. Sometimes it wasn't always a good emulation. I mean, but that's like that was the ROM itself.
You know what's kind of sad? I was expecting more of an anticlimactic, depressing ending to that. As in, like, after 2 hours, my nostalgia trip fell off and I just stopped playing.
No. It was literally just playing for 2 hours and then it freezes at a certain point. I give this 2 hours back.
But then again, if it's Chrono Trigger, it's probably your primarily an SNES game, so it's still probably faulty itself. If it was like a DS remake or something, because most of the R4s had those games since emulators, so
Yeah.
I could probably see why it would be unstable.
Yeah.
Then again, I used to test on a DS and that shit. Nightmares. Anyways, but no, I mean that's just it's garbage.
Yeah.
Man, it's already been an hour though.
Yeah.
That's kind of good.
That was good.
Yeah.
I dug that.
We gotta do it again though.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, actually, you know what? A couple of things that we'll discuss next weekend. I want to discuss esports at the Olympics, which
no.
I'm firmly against.
Hell no. This is stupid.
I would like to travel to what I refer to as the golden age of gaming, the mid to late 90s.
No, that's not true. Sorry.
Oh, no? Well, then what is the golden age of gaming?
We'll talk about it.
No, well, what is it then?
Could it at least be the Silver Age? Could it be the Silver Age? Could it?
The golden
You know,
age of
your age is the dark age, man.
the golden age of gaming is any time before the internet was invented. Or anytime online action or online multiplayer for consoles.
I was gonna say technically the internet was invented like in
Well, yeah,
'76.
but you know what I mean,
before like
It's like I didn't start playing online games until like I was maybe in high school. So before all that time, like, all these games were great games, but I feel like we'll talk about it later, but I feel like
let's just say it's anytime before 2000.
Okay.
yeah, because the problem is I feel like the online environment ruined gaming.
Ever since Y2K is way too.
Well, it brought a lot. I will say for online gaming, which we'll talk more in detail next week and everything, but it brought people together, but it also
separated people.
it also kind of separated people.
I mean, that's what you want to call like the N64 era and the GameCube era.
Can we,
Oh yeah.
can we agree that it is the Silver Age?
Yeah.
No, C4 that's part of the golden age.
Well, I think you're getting your ages.
64.
Because golden age, I would think golden age would be like the 80s, and silver age would be 90s, and bronze age would be like the.
Okay, so in that case, yeah, let's go for Silver Age. The mid,
Because right now is not the golden age. Right now,
my threshold for knowing right now is like it's up to the PS2 and GameCube.
yeah,
okay.
Like
PS2,
before,
yeah.
like, cause I mean, it's not internet connectivity, but it wasn't the thing like the PS3, Wii, Xbox. That's when internet was the thing.
Sure.
So anytime before that, you're going, hey,
All
plus
right.
PC.
Yeah.
Back during the time of dial-up modems.
Oh yeah, that shit was hard. I used to play that. That was fun. It's like hogging up the phone line. But
Well, mid to late 90s. That's where I'm going next week.
that was fun. No, that'd be a good thing to talk about. First, I'd be kind of heated. Well, I know the esports thing because I kind of feel like that should be a thing, but at the same time,
See,
That gets me like hot, dude, and hot in the bad way.
I tend not to play a lot of competitive online, but I do see a lot of people compete. You know, it's fun to watch, but I mean,
It's an hour-long, 2-hour-long subject
Yeah.
that we could dissect. So this is Omero signing off.
this is Lewis Stokes signing off.
and just me. I'll get my name later. Don't worry.
Daniel, I outed you.
All right, see you later, guys.
Bye-bye.